Hey everybody, so when I was a teenager, I was really interested in comedy. My dream was to be a sketch writer. I wrote a fair bit of terrible sketch comedy. I followed a lot of stand-ups, and making jokes was just really important to me. I was a pretty dope teen. Anyway, because I loved comedy so much, there was a 2011 HBO special that always fascinated me, and it was called Talking Funny. Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Ricky Gervais all sit in a room and talk about their craft for a while. It's hard to emphasize how cool I found this. These men were giants in their industry. They were my idols, and watching them take their craft so seriously was just extremely interesting and inspirational to me. I loved it. Just recently, I decided to watch Talking Funny again, and while I did honestly still appreciate it a lot, one thing jumped out to me this time. Ricky Gervais is just really weird in this conversation. He is a deeply weird presence. So let's talk about it. The first moment I want to discuss is where Ricky talks about whether or not it's okay to just be funny.
That's another thing. Are we allowed to just go out there and be funny?
What does that mean?
Well, it worries me. I feel that it's cheating just go out there. I think anyone can be funny.
What?
So,
oh, no. What are you talking about?
And what an awful interaction this is. Ricky is here so deeply invested in this feeling of guilt, feeling that he can't just go for the quote-unquote easy laughs, and nobody else is having it.
No.
And can't
no,
do
it's
it?
like people that say easy laughs or cheap laughs doesn't exist.
No.
Jerry Seinfeld looks at Ricky Gervais and says, "Why cut out a joke if that joke made everyone laugh? That's your joke, Ricky."
If you can stand on stage and say it, and it works that big, then it's yours. And to cut it out because you're embarrassed, that's kind of...
In an upsettingly embarrassing moment, Ricky says that he doesn't want to impress his audience, but impress the other people in the room. And Jerry just says this.
This is where I think that I'm judged. I let myself be judged. You. I want you guys to go.
Well, let me tell you what impresses
do you know what I mean?
me. If you leave it in, that's what will impress me.
Fucking savage, Jerry Seinfeld. Already here, there's something uncomfortable about Ricky's philosophy, because to me, it almost feels like an admission of failure. His job is to be funny. More than anything else, comedians are good because they make people laugh. And to believe that's not good enough, that you're above that, it just shows a lack of respect for the craft. Ricky Gervais is not funny enough that getting a real deep belly laugh is so easy for him, so it's baffling to watch him treat his audience and their response as so meaningless. To put it another way, if you are a comedian, I think being really funny is a task that's complicated enough and profound enough to be worth doing in its own right, and so saying that your real goal is to impress Jerry Seinfeld just feels kind of sad. This brings us to our second Ricky moment, and this one's a bit more complicated. Louis C.K. tells a story about a dumb joke he saw and loved at an open mic.
I laugh at the dumbest things. I laugh at the... years and years ago, I saw a comic in some horrible club bombing with a guitar. And he sang, sitting on a cock 'cause I'm gay. And that's still...
And Ricky Gervais spends like the next 2 minutes desperately trying to convince the other three comics that they're laughing at the joke ironically.
You're laughing ironically.
It's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life.
You're laughing ironically.
No,
'cause, yeah.
that is
No.
it's
Well, I did. I laughed ironically at you setting up this guy struggling and doing it. I laughed ironically.
No, it's true. I love his...
Yes,
the
you do.
sadness
You're
of
not
him.
laughing because that's a clever, funny line. You're
the-
laughing at the context.
Why are you so upset? It's just funny.
So to start off here, I simply disagree with Ricky and agree with the three other guys. Sitting on a cock 'cause I'm gay is a pretty funny joke. I like how well the spoof lyrics work with the meter of sitting on the dock of the bay. I like dumb song parodies, and I think the word "cuz" in that joke is just really great. Like, there's something so simple about it. He's not having sex because he's attracted to somebody. He's not doing it for fun. No, he's sitting on that cock because he's gay. Period. Now, look, I see Ricky's point. I think this joke is funnier because Louis C.K. is recounting it, because it's about this awkward open mic, because we have some distance from the song. But this leads me to a more relevant point here. Why is Ricky doing this? Like, even if the funniness of the joke is 100% ironic, and again, I don't think that's true, Why is he trying to spoil a good time? Why does he look at a bunch of people laughing and say over and over, it's not actually funny?
That is a pretty good joke.
I respect
It's
sitting
a
on
pretty good
Sitting
joke.
on a cock because I'm gay. You can only laugh at that because we're intelligent, educated people, knowing that you shouldn't go out and go sitting on a cock because I'm gay.
This is baffling behavior, but it makes sense given the perspective Ricky conveyed before. Comedy isn't for fun. It's not about laughing and making people have a good time. It's about asserting that you're really, really smart, that you can impress Chris Rock with your jokes, that you know when jokes are bad and know when you aren't laughing sincerely at them. Sitting on a cock cause I'm gay is stupid. It's a quintessentially dumb joke, and the idea of just finding it funny in an authentic way is an affront to Ricky Gervais's outrageously try-hard energy.
For song parody, fucking genius, Oscar Wilde.
Recently, I watched some of Ricky Gervais's newest special, Supernature. It was kind of research for this video. The act, I think, was kind of painful. He did the classic hack thing of hammering in just how important it is to be offended, how people these days don't get irony.
That was irony, okay? There's going to be a bit of that throughout the show. See if you can spot it, okay? Now, that's when I say something I don't really mean for comic effect, and you as an audience, you laugh at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is. It's a way of satirizing attitudes.
So many of the jokes were extremely stale. He recycles decade-old lame atheist jokes.
Why don't you pray just in case there's a God? And I say, why do you put garlic over your door just in case there's a Dracula?
And so many punchlines are just, wouldn't it be funny to think trans women are women?
What about this person isn't a lady? Well, his penis. The new women, I know the new women, they're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately, the ones with beards and cocks.
Jokes we've all seen 1,000 times. The funniest bit in the 30 minutes I saw were right here.
Then I got this tweet. Real tweet. Right. Call yourself a comedian? He knows I do.
It's the one place you can feel any brightness coming through at all, and it's fine. It's literally just an okay bit. I'm not gonna argue here that the reason Ricky Gervais is a hack comic is because of his artistic philosophy. That would be silly. But I do think you can feel that philosophy come through in Ricky's comedy, in the way he delivers his act, in his need to be understood as a smart guy, in his desire to impart some righteous moral about the importance of comedy or atheism or transphobia, in the way he speaks above his audience. His act is, almost by design, joyless. Anyway, I have no other place to talk about this, so I'm just gonna tack it on here. In addition to everything else, Talking Funny just so happens to have my favorite annoying Ricky Gervais moment. While they're talking about sitting on a cock cause I'm gay, Chris Rock says this.
There's no place to go. He's there.
I love bits where...
Does he do the whistle?
And all the boys erupt in laughter.
Does he do the whistle?
I love the...
Does he do the whistle? Oh, God. He does, and it's even higher pitched. Does he do the whistle?
I've been quoting Ricky Gervais saying this for the last 10 years of my life. Did he do the whistle? Did he do the whistle? Incredible moment. You know, Ricky Gervais is outrageously grating as a human being, but he did catch my heart here. Pretty good. Okay, bye.